tragedy when we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history. Yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love goes, there is also tragedy when we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah.
Alright, what about now, guys? Sorry about that. You probably didn't hear anything. Whatever, you guys know what we're doing.
Anyways, I'm just some stranger he let in off the street, and I will be messing with his computer.
So this is just a guy who knows how to edit. I pulled him off the street about free labor.
Will edit. So this is going to be the first scene we're going to be color correcting. It's all outside. We shot it in November. Wada, obviously all the grass is dead and everything, so it's got this kind of cool gold color. Maybe I'll just play through this first scene that you guys can see kind of what we're looking at. This is like a pretty rough audio mix. It needs, it's not even some sound effects, but it all is really rough still, so it needs to be mixed in. But this is kind of the opening chase scene we're going to be dealing with. There's Pixel. This is what we're going to be color correcting. We're just going to go scene by scene and maybe lay down kind of a look over the whole scene and then go over each shot. So we'll go over this until we transition to this.
Do you guys want us to turn the background music off? Maybe go ahead, since we're doing some audio mixing, just go ahead and kill that Twitch copyright sound. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and
I can just pause it.
That works too. How's that, guys? Is that better?
I'll play it one more time just to... This is like the music... Oh, you're going to be hearing in the music... it's the preview version of all the music we haven't purchased yet because we just want to make sure we're happy with the music. It's going to fit for the movie. So I think we ended up buying... using 3 Audio Jungle songs. Wow. $20 each.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Use different parts from different songs to kind of make it seem like we had a few more songs than we're actually working with. So you might hear there's an audio watermark in all these songs because we haven't purchased them yet. So you might hear Audio Jungle throughout some of it.
You can also adjust this kind of.
Oh, that'll be in there later. Yeah, it's all cutting out. It was doing it on
Yeah, sorry about that.
This will be another effect shot. They'll have like an arm tracker in it.
And wait, you did give me that shot, right?
Yes.
I think I do have.
I think it's on Dropbox.
Okay, I need to.
All right, so we'll go into this first shot. Bring this up. All right. So here's like maybe just find and all these I'm sure we can like tweak and adjust. These are pretty stylized, so I don't know if we're going to want to go too crazy.
Man, this is weird not having any music.
Yeah, we can put it back on since I'm back on the color correcting.
That's up to you.
Gosh, there's so many. I don't even know like where to begin. Again, guys, it's been a while since I've.
Sorry, dude. I should have set the stuff up, guys, better. I'm going to turn that down.
Oh, is it sound louder on there?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think when I was originally playing around with them, I was looking at the I think I was looking at the Blockbuster ones.
I was just gonna mess around with it. We can
Yeah, sure.
go back through once I apply it to everything. So,
And if you also find a look that you like too, you could always
just copy and paste it.
or make like a pixel gold preset or something.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
I was just looking and seeing kind of what everything is on here. So how do I apply that, Ryan?
Oh,
Did it not apply?
Sorry,
Or did it?
the camera's in the way, but there's the little checkbox.
Oh, there it is.
My bad, sorry.
That's cool. What did I have? This is the ones that you were looking at, though. That's kind of cool. It's a little washed out, but
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Blockbuster cool or warm, but honestly, Mr. Director, it's whatever look you like.
let's try one of these warm ones. But since the picture originally has a lot of warm in it, you don't want to that would be
Yeah.
a little too much. So we'll just start with one of these, see how it looks like. Oh yeah, I really like that. I got super contrasty there once Jason came into. Let's just copy and paste this to
Or if you want,
and see. Should we mess around with
I don't know if you want to do an adjustment for the whole thing.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's see that.
Just in case if you want to, if you
Oops,
find
that's
one that
not
you like
what I
better. Man, such aggressive keyboard typing.
Sorry, I hunt and peck too. It's gonna get really obnoxious. I'm
That's
sure.
okay. I think you told me about the hunt and pecking, but the funny thing about your hunt and pecking is it's pretty fast.
I know. I even took like a typing class in high school and everything. And just like never. Oh, so here we have. I should probably be underneath our phone.
Yeah.
Let's find the end of the last shot of this scene.
And if you need dual screens or anything, John,
Nah, I
you can,
think we'll
okay.
be alright. So there's the end of that scene. Sorry, it's just
Yeah,
takes me a little bit to get
I know
used
my
to,
shortcuts
like,
are a little different. I need we need like a separate overhead camera that shows how fast your fingers are working.
not fast at all.
And Tony, let's see. So
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
our voices are still a little too low.
Oh,
Let's
just
see.
move the mic closer.
Yeah, without. Oh, I broke it. I'm just gonna take this filter off. Screw it. It's just in the way. All right, just adjust that mic to wherever you need it.
Okay, cool. So here I just went and did an adjustment layer, and then copied the same look that we had on this clip onto this. So now this whole scene will have it. Let's just watch it through and see. Or we just go shot by shot. That shot was way too dark. So I wonder if we should like brighten this shot and not mess with the adjustment layer then? You think that's the best way to do it?
That's normally what I like because for the most part, Ryan shot it. I felt like pretty evenly.
Right, yeah. Yep. All the exposure's pretty good. So maybe I'll just do a oh, that wasn't the effects tab.
I like this. I never get to sit back and watch. Now I know
Someone
why
else
you
do.
want to be a director. I was gonna sit back and
Yeah, man. It's the way to
and-
do it.
pretend like I know what's going on. I gotta be honest, dude. I hardly have done any color correcting stuff inside of Premiere, so this will be good for me to check out too.
So I'm just brightening the shot a little bit just because.
Was that just exposure?
Yeah,
Okay,
I just
cool.
did exposure, and again, I'm not by any means a professional like color corrector, so I hope this is the right way to do this. Yeah, it's still even a little dark, so we'll boost that up.
Yeah, and for anyone wondering, we shot this on
That's too much.
the Ursa Mini, and we didn't shoot RAW. We did ProRes 4444. From what I've experienced in graphics,
This looks great.
the latitude and what you can get away with even with ProRes is pretty awesome.
Now this one feels a little, and like a real color corrector would probably be using like vector scopes and all that stuff, but we're just gonna do kind of a down and dirty rough pass on the color correction. If we need to go back and tweak stuff later, we'll go.
We can look at levels later. And these monitors aren't calibrated, so.
Right.
Did you get a chance to calibrate your monitors?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Oh, okay.
We had the whole basement thing, and then.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Cool. I'm happy with that. That was just a little fun. Let's do it to this one.
It's not too bad.
No. Oops.
I think that clip shifted a little bit, sorry.
Oh, oops. That was pretty dark.
Yeah, it's not too bad though, just going in and out of the shadows.
Yeah. Yeah, we the cinematographer that shot this, Ryan, did an awesome job.
He did an okay job. We don't want.
Don't give him too much credit.
Yeah, we don't want him to get a big head.
And this was actually on his fiance's parents' property up in Lyons, Colorado, where they had which is kind of in the middle of nowhere, so they had this big piece of property that we could just have fun on. And someone even thought we were, because that's me and Ryan in the in the past.
That's right. Yeah, someone thought we were actual
hunters.
like SWAT or
Yeah.
Wait, did they say hunter?
They
What?
thought we were hunting, which that's pretty crazy hunting attire.
Yeah, that's right. Because we were joking about how it's like you really see people out here hunting with like tactical looking.
Pretty serious hunters. I'm just gonna bring the exposure down on this a tiny bit. Oh, did not want. Come on. So I don't know how much of a difference that made. Oh, quite a bit. Maybe I will. Let's boost the contrast on this. Oh, there we go. Looks a little bit better. Dark there, so I'm just gonna... Okay, that's just a speck on it. So that's pretty dark. Oh, I did -1. Sorry, I wanted 1. This is super. Obviously, this was, we wanted this to look like a silhouette, but it's really dark, so we'll brighten that up too. Might as well just copy from this. Is this the one that... Gotta make sure I sped up the clip a little bit here when he jumps on the rock, so we'll get both of these. It's just a tiny do. Yeah, that might be a little too much. Let's do 0.5. So pretty close just being done getting all the exposure. This looks like it might even have like a little bit of blue to it too. We can.
I don't mind the blue.
Yeah, does it match? Just this shot looks like it has some. We can go back and mess with that. These look a tiny. And this is. I won't nitpick this one too much since that's going to be replaced by an effect shot, and we can go back and redo that. But maybe you just bring that down a little bit. And exposure. That's almost too much. Really just. Since that's the same shot, we'll just copy and paste that onto that one. This is fun. I haven't. It's nice getting to kind of. All right, so that's the end of that scene. So we'll kind of go back.
Yeah.
You think it'll play through if I just render it out, or you think it'll play without even?
It might be kind of tough going off the drive. Plus.
Right.
Plus looks. Is the adjustment layer over the pixel one, or did I make that like way too dark over the pixel intro?
It is.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I was curious.
Let me get rid of it.
Because I was
You're
just
right,
like,
that's
I was
way
like,
too
ooh,
dark.
I made it really dark.
Bring that up to there. So you see that beautiful graphic.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's pretty awesome. Oh, there goes our audio. I won't even worry about that. That's going to be an effect shot. That's going to be a helicopter flying through the air. Or do we need to drop that shot? Were we talking about that at one point? Because it's hard to track. It was really hard to track, wasn't it?
I don't know actually, because I just got that shot. I think this week, right? Because it wasn't.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
So
yeah.
I need to track because I don't know. Because it wasn't working at one point in time. Also, I mean, I have my notes open too. If there's any other.
Sweet.
Or at least I thought I
I'm
did.
just gonna give that a tiny bit more contrast.
I mean, for spending not a lot of time and no budget,
No budget.
we just need to let it go and.
Oh,
finish.
totally. I think we spent like $500. I mean, it might be a little bit more after we buy some songs.
Are we counting the 3D model?
Oh
of the
yeah, that was
drum?
like $100, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Still, I think if you can do, I mean, so much fun for less than $1,000.
That's true.
Who needs a fancy vacation when you got a camera and some buddies with nothing to do?
I mean, $500 is like a movie and a popcorn now.
Yeah. It's not even like a large popcorn. Cool. I guess I want to make this a little bit darker. Even though I'll get replaced. Just
yeah, and I'll make sure to just give it to you the same, raw.
Right. I really like the look that we picked.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
And I also, I can give you this cool pack that I got too. You might like it, but it's really cool, like lens aberrations and like light leaks, and they're all 4K. If you wanna,
Oh yeah.
if you want to sprinkle them in, but
Yeah.
I think they look kind of filmic. So I don't know, something you could think about.
That's what I would be able to.
But again, it's like, how much time do we need to?
Right.
Because I mean, that's one of the things I was talking about last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago during the live stream. It's like we could sit and tweak graphics. We could sit and tweak this coloring stuff for weeks. It's eventually just have to let the baby grow up and walk on its own and be
Yeah, well, that's what you always hear, like real filmmakers like that do like major motion pictures. They always like, you know, you nitpick it to the last second, but they've got release dates, so eventually it just gets taken out of your hands.
Yeah.
So you don't really have a choice. But yeah, we want to put definitely, you know, we want to get this done, make it as best as we can, and that's been a ton of times so we can go on to like the next thing and figure out what that is. Cool, I'm happy with this scene. I'll stop putzing with it for now.
Oh, dude,
We'll just go through and do each scene just like this.
Okay.
And that way we get kind of an overall basic grade on the entire movie.
I love the colors on that shot.
This looks looking cool. All right, so we'll mess around with this now. I'll just make another adjustment layer and do. Oops.
Future Soldier says, "Keep it up." Thanks, man.
got
Appreciate it. And we also have
Oh, here we go.
Mamad Hamid. Again, I apologize if I slaughter your name, but thanks for tuning in and hanging out. If you guys have any questions or things look bad or sound bad or whatever, just let us know. And yeah, feel free to hang out, ask questions. John, again, for you just tuning in, this is John Schmidt, writer, director, editor, cinematographer.
No, not cinematographer.
What? You shoot stuff. Well,
Not on this.
okay, but not on this, but you have shot stuff. But he's also a full-time freelancer. Great questions if you know you're someone that has questions about writing, directing, anything like that.
Send them our way.
This is your chance. John's done. Oh, Damon, hello. I think I don't know if I missed you earlier, Damon, but yeah, hello. Thanks for tuning in every week, man. But yeah, John Schmidt's done a lot of short films, and some short films. I mean, how long is Stiffs?
It's like 22 minutes. That was, when we didn't know what we were doing and thought it'd be a good idea to make a 22-minute short.
But it was awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, John should be famous right now if Hollywood would stop stealing his ideas. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask him or hang out.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna plane through this scene. Like most of these scenes, there's gonna be this.
Hold on, question.
Yeah.
Did you make a new adjustment layer for looks, or did you duplicate that?
I just made a new one. You want me to apply it and see how it looks?
No, because I'm just wondering.
I just figured it was a different.
If you change, again, this is my limited Premiere knowledge because I feel like I've gotten caught a couple times. But as long as looks won't.
Oh, you're talking like if you do a title and then you copy it and change it, it's gonna change the other one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just made a brand new adjustment layer.
Oh, okay.
So that's a really good point. I don't know if it does that.
I can't remember because I know it does that for like titles and something else. And it's
Yeah.
totally screwed me over a few times.
Yeah, but when I first started using Premiere, I didn't realize that and had to make some like lower third changes on like a Comcast video or something, and kept sending it to the client and having them tell me like, no, dummy, you didn't fix it. Now this one's wrong. So had to learn the hard way that Premiere, you can't just copy and paste titles and then change them without having it affect all the original one.
Exactly.
But so I'll just do brand new adjustment layers for each scene. That way we can tweak it, do a different look if we want. You know, we're inside, we're outside, we're in different, landscapes. So here's the shot. There was this really cool sign that worked out.
Oh,
that
I
was
haven't had a
just
chance to
there.
see this yet.
Yeah, so there was this danger no trespassing. So Mark did that one, right?
Mark did
this. Then we just changed it to. It actually has the Pixel logo in there. It's basically the same. Same look, but just some really cool stuff added.
I haven't seen that one. I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Mark's awesome. And that's a tutorial that we're gonna break down on the YouTube channel.
So there's the wrong one.
That sign looks great.
Oh, it's so much. I didn't realize it was so much bigger. But look at how he kept all the rust around it and everything, which gives it so much character. So that's a really cool little subtle thing that we did.
If anyone's kept up with the YouTube channel, Mark is the guy that I did a tutorial once and I talked about a guy that worked on robot jocks. That's Mark. He's one of my buddies and he's helping us do some visual effects on this film. And
So maybe just take this to here when we actually go inside, and we bounce around a lot too. Sorry.
Did you add a looks layer or not?
I haven't added one
Oh,
yet.
I was gonna say.
I was just actually watching the scene a couple times, but let's copy it over and see how this one works. Does that apply? Oh, there it goes. So that's not too bad.
I totally missed it. That won't matter because that's a HUD shot
Oh,
anyways, right?
that's right. So this shot will have one of these over it. Same as like anything from the drone. You know,
Wait, I did give you one with the triangles already, dude. I can't even keep up with.
here's this one. And it just punches it. It looks super grainy because I enlarged it, but once you like, just because we're at an 8th res, it should
Sure, yeah.
look sharper when it actually.
Do you remember what drone we used?
Oh gosh, it was Decessory's drone. I'm not sure. It was a GoPro camera.
Yeah,
on
was it? Anton, I'll double check for you. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was the DJI Phantom? Question mark? Let me text my buddy Ryan / cinematographer.
Once he gets in those shadows, man, that just gets kind of dark. We'll leave it for now because a lot of that shot he's there in the light, but probably go back and lighten that up a little bit. This will be another one with this element over it. Come on. So that's super blue, so we'll want to go.
Yeah, if you want to switch the whole looks, that's
Yeah,
totally
let's mess
fine,
around
too.
with that.
I mean, we're not even outside for very long with these shots.
Let me pick a different.
Let's see, Jurgen Massing saying hi. Hello.
Hola. Okay.
Anton, DJI Phantom 2 or 3. Yeah, okay, so then maybe that is right. I just text my buddy, I think it is number 2. 2% or any way you could make the raw footage public for us to download. Yeah, that's definitely something we can talk about once we kind of get everything wrapped up and get the short film done. Future Soldier, what is the name of this short film? So, we couldn't really think of a good name. So, we ended up calling it PXL:303. And all that is like, that's what we decided the guy running away is his cell number or patient number.
It's his like prison number.
All that means is for us is PXL or Pixel. That's the name of my dog that you see on the YouTube channel all the time. And then 303 is the Colorado area code that we're in. So ultimately, what does it mean? Nothing. We suck at making.
Yeah, and it's kind of like
movie titles.
George Lucas has the THX 138. It's kind of our like
That's
dorky
Yeah.
copy of that. Okay, what was I doing? Yeah, let's see if there's any other looks. Ooh, wow. So this is the one we used, I think. This spin-off. Is there that or this?
And you know, if you want,
Yeah, let's go. I don't even know about cool, but
I have some like film grain plates and stuff too. If you want to add that when it's all said and done. I don't know.
yeah, we'll probably do one over the whole thing because doesn't it help kind of blend effects and stuff like that? Yeah.
It'll let me get away with a little bit more, I think.
Let's see if there's anything else that. Sorry, this one just because it's got a cool title, Muscle Car. Let's see how this looks. I don't know if it. Oh, it's. You know, it made it. I think it made it more blue, which is like. The reason I went in and changed it was because of this shot here.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's super blue. So let's go back and we'll stick with a warm one because those are working. And then I'll just let's just stick with that. And these blue ones I'll just tweak the actual clip.
I actually like it's almost like there's a little bit of pop in that preset too that kind of sharpens it a little bit.
Yeah, it looks great overall. It's just that I guess the color temperature is different, like in the shadows when you don't have like direct sunlight.
Makes sense.
Again, not. Sorry. Every time I'm so bad at multitasking, so I want to.
Future Soldier says, appreciate it. Keep it up, guys. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for the kind words.
Thank you.
And again, I apologize. Jurgen Massing, is that correct? Am I close on that? You can let me know. Says best channel in YouTube.
I agree. That's yeah.
Oh wait, we got a new subscriber. Future Soldier. Hey man, just subscribe. Thanks for the subscription, man. Appreciate it. Glad you're here.
How many new subscribers do you usually get every time you like?
I don't know.
New stream? Kind of depends.
I focus more on the people that are here than the few. No, I don't know. I should keep track of that. But
So
yeah,
I'm just gonna mess with the color temperature and see if it does anything.
Sure.
Because it's just so blue.
Or maybe even curves adjustment and take some of the
the blue out.
punch the red a little bit. Maybe take the. It might go green. I don't know. Man, there's a huge lag on the.
What's that?
Antone, DJI Phantom 2 with GoPro Hero 4 are the stats on the drone.
Again, I'm sure if like a professional color corrector would have a much better way of doing this, but we'll just try and just eyeball everything and. I think a lot of these where he's in the shadows, we'll probably have to just go in and tweak.
2%er is asking, for someone who wants to get into filmmaking / photography, what is the best way to get a cheap but capable DSLR? I have a lot of knowledge of cameras and editing, just can't afford one. I think that's a common predicament for like any part of the industry, whether it's computers for visual effects or camera gear. I'll give you my answer and then maybe John can add on it or have his own philosophy. As far as getting a camera, that's tough because there's always going to be something new, bigger, better, and badder.
As soon as you buy something, the next thing will come out. That's just
exactly
the way it goes.
I'd say just kind of do your research on which camera you like. Maybe you can find a used one. But as time goes on and you keep working, you'll be able to kind of afford new equipment, and that just kind of comes with the industry. But I'm not gonna lie to you, shooting this on the Ursa Mini versus like a 5D was awesome because the latitude of our codec, 4K. Different frame rates, it's awesome. But if you and your friends or your work or anyone want to shoot something, and let's say all you have, like for the longest time I used, and I still have it, I used the Panasonic GH2, the mirrorless, micro four thirds camera, and that camera was awesome. So I guess my advice would be don't rent it if you need to, if like you can put it in your budget and it requires it, but just work with what you can get. I know that sounds sort of generic, but
oh, there we go. Yeah, DSLRs are a great way to start just because they're cheaper than like any kind of like Red or like cinema camera. And I've used the 5D and the GH4, and I love the GH4. It's still you still got to shell out like $2,500 for like the body and like a kit lens or something like that.
Side note, have you guys seen the stats for the GH5? It looks awesome, dude. It's a little bit bigger, but it has awesome stats. Let's see. Awesome, cool. And people in the chat look like they're helping you out too. You love the Lumix G7. I was wondering if you had an opinion on that. I personally have not shot with the Lumix G7. I've shot with I owned a GH1, a GH2, and I've shot with a GH3 and a GH4. And I don't know, maybe I'm a Lumix fanboy, but I loved my GH2, and I still have it. And John's done a lot with the GH4. Would you say you love the GH4?
Yeah, I like I said, I haven't had a lot of experience with DSLRs, but that is my favorite. It's comparing it to something like the 5D. I like that it has the flip out screen, so you know, on the 5D, if you're like getting a shot from the ground, that means you're like laying on the ground to see your screen. So like, but the GH4, you can flip it up. It's a little bit more versatile, and I think they probably knew going into like designing it that it was going to be, you know, a video and a still camera. So I think it's a lot more user friendly than like the 5D. Yeah, it just seems like a really easy camera to use. It's
and to get into it, it's pretty cheap.
It is, yeah. And you can shoot 4K. So if you've got clients that are requiring 4K, that's probably one of the cheapest ways to do it.
Would you say in your experience, and this isn't like ignorance towards the client or anything, but if a client hears the buzzword 4K, do you think it's like a valuable thing to say, I can give you 4K?
It just depends on the client, because some clients like don't
care.
Even know what a DSLR is. So it depends on what they're, you know, so much of the stuff I do is like web delivered, so it really doesn't, like 4K isn't really important to them just yet. But some people, yeah, that's I got a thing coming up with Western Union that they want 4K, so I'm gonna use the FS5 on that.
Oh, I wish you would have brought your new camera.
I should have. I totally should have. Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, hold on. So we got a couple of questions.
It's so dark. I'm trying to figure out, like, because I need contrast up here.
Maybe just do a curves and lift sort of the midtones.
Yeah. Okay. Again.
I don't know. I always use curves and levels. I haven't done much with Lumetri or Lumetri or whatever it's called.
Yeah, but this is curves in Lumetri, isn't it?
Oh, got you.
Oh, is there like a... Gosh, I wish this would...
Or just do the exposure again. All right, so we got a couple questions. All right, sorry guys. This is nice that you get to keep the work going, and I wonder if we'll have to keyframe it actually, John.
Yeah, we'll mess around with it later.
Sure. I like that I can like talk to everyone and you do all the work.
Yeah.
I can get used to this.
Yeah. Well, let me know, dude. Feed me and like that's it. That's
oh yeah. Do you want lunch today?
That's a good question. What are we doing for lunch? Yeah, we can. It's only 12:30, so we can.
Yeah, Rachel's. So Rachel went to the movies with her friends and stuff, so I don't have a lot.
Oh, cool. What'd they go see?
I believe Rachel went and saw Moana, the animated one where The Rock is like the big.
Oh,
guy.
Cool.
And then I think you remember Chris and Alex, right? They came over. They've come over for the Super Bowl game.
Oh yeah.
So I think Rachel and Alex went and saw Moana, and I think Chris went to Rogue One.
Nice.
So, all right, guys, I'm looking at the chat. Stand by. Here we go. And rapid fire answering your questions.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry,
let's see.
So I just need to copy this and paste it over to this because it's the same shot. Probably just sped up a little
Jurgen,
bit.
Do I ever use Vegas Pro? I don't, but my buddy Jason Rasky is a huge Vegas Pro fanatic, and I think Vegas Pro is good. As far as it comes to editors, I've just always been kind of, I was Final Cut and then made the switch to Premiere because, I made the switch to PCs in about 2012, and I've kind of used Premiere ever since, and I haven't really had a reason to switch over to another editor, but I know Vegas is... they're doing great things with like GPU acceleration and stuff like that. So yeah, I think Vegas is great and a lot of people use it. Antone, the thing I don't like with the GH4 is the micro four thirds. And it's funny about that because I hear that a lot. And I guess my only question is what do you not like about micro four thirds? I'm just curious of your opinion. So let me know what you don't like about micro four thirds. I'd be curious to see what you type. And then he also asked, what time is it in Colorado? What time is it?
12:30 p.m.
12:30 p.m. Almost time to get that lunch.
All right, so I boosted the red, but it kind of makes the skin look a little pink. So I'll come back to this. I don't want to.
Maybe it is just an overall exposure adjustment and then adjusting.
Yeah, I want to start over on these two shots.
The tough part is it goes from absolute bright to dark, and we lose the contrast in the tires. You can't even tell they're tires anymore.
So I'm just gonna I want to start over on these.
I wonder, maybe
And it's so... Yeah, I could go in and do a different look, but this one's just a little dark, and it's kind of... I mean, the color doesn't even bother me because it's a cement wall, but it does look a little blue just compared to, like...
Well, imagine
this.
that being black and white.
Oh, right. I just mean, like, for the scene in general, but...
Gotcha. I don't think
Yeah.
that looks that... Is that just raw?
No, well, this has the look over it.
Oh, okay. I don't think it's too bad.
Okay, we'll just leave it for now. This will just want to brighten up a tiny bit.
Yeah.
So I'm just
see.
gonna
Since
start that over.
Okay, so you don't like the sensitivity, sensor sensitivity, and low light performance. I mean, I think those are totally valid points. With your smaller sensor, the low light performance obviously isn't going to be as good as the the larger sensor cameras. I do agree with that, but for the price and how often, I mean, if you need to shoot in the dark constantly, and low light is a constant thing in your field, maybe it's, I don't know, ghost hunting videos. I don't know. I think that is something to definitely consider. But if you have a lot of controlled settings or outdoor shots and stuff like that, I think the low light sensitivity is a small price to pay. But I do agree with you that when the ISO gets cranked up, you will get grain. My own workflow for the GH2 is, I was really big into all the GH2 hacking, all the getting the crazy bit rates and all that stuff. So when I had the GH2 and I was cranking up the ISO and getting film grain, well, I mean, it's not really film grain, but getting grain, the grain was so subtle and soft that I was actually able to get really nice noise reduction presets using Neat Video. And then I would add some film grain plates on top of it, and I would get away with murder with low light shots with that workflow. And from what I hear with the new cameras, it's even better than the GH2. You gotta keep in mind, I haven't shot in years, so.
I think there's still some, like, this shot might be a little green, but come on. That's pretty good. Cool.
So we're inside now.
Yeah.
I don't think that looks that bad.
No, yeah, we'll just watch the whole. So that will have an overlay. Are we doing? Yeah, we probably want to do an overlay, like the HUD thing on that.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
So that'll be black and white, just like the other shots in this.
I love the lens flares.
Yeah, this is a great looking shot. We got so lucky with our, as you'll see when we get into the warehouse. We got so lucky with this, like all our locations, and it was literally just people we knew asking, like calling in favors. We'd actually shot in this warehouse before for a 48-hour film race.
Oh, speaking of that, Ryan wants to do another film race this year.
I think that'd be really fun.
He sent me the 100-hour one.
Oh God, that's so much time. Who has that much time?
Yeah, that's
well, 100 hours. That would be. Dude, that's like 4 days.
That's like 4.5, yeah.
God, who has that much free time?
All right, let's see here.
That'd be amazing, man.
All right, just catching up on the chat here.
Cool.
I was shooting for Solar Impulse, and it was often in the dark. Okay, so, and that's a perfect example then that if you know your field requires that you shoot a lot in the dark, then yeah, I agree with you. The Micro Four Thirds might not be the best selection for you. So yeah, that's totally valid point. 2%er, I have a feeling that videography, cinematography is going to be something I do as a full-time job, maybe in a year or two from now.
Nice.
Should I go and rent a camera? So this is kind of what I think my opinion on rental gear is this. And again, this is totally my opinion. I think you should, if you know you're going to do it as a full-time job, that's like what you offer as a freelancer. I do think you need to have your own gear, whether it's just a 5D to get going, or the Sony DSLRs are awesome. What is it? The A7S, I really like that one. It does really good.
Yeah.
I saw some tests. It does really good low light. Or like the GH5, stuff like that. I think you should have your own gear. Now, if a project comes along where you can work into the budget of, let's say someone wants you to shoot on a red and stuff. I mean, definitely you want to know how to use the red and stuff like that. But if you get a project that requires you need more than what your current gear offers and you can work it into the client's budget, then I would rent. I think if you rent every single time, it might not be cost effective, and I would do the math up front of renting every time versus getting your own entry level DSLR. And as time goes on, save money, kind of, work it to where you can upgrade over the future.
And definitely, you can, if you have friends that are in that field, you can, rent cheaply from friends.
Yeah,
or
borrow from
equipment.
friends. That's definitely true too.
That's kind of what I'm doing. Is I worked for a company for a while that had all their own equipment, great equipment. That's where I use like the 5D, the GH4, all that stuff, and then started freelancing. And like as we all know, like equipment is like really expensive. So I've been just kind of piecing together stuff and have a pretty good network of friends and coworkers that are more than happy to let me borrow equipment when I need it. Whether it be like microphones, lights, that kind of stuff.
Lav mics, yeah.
So definitely don't be afraid to ask for favors.
Antone, A7S2. Yes, thank you.
I totally lost my place.
I have seen some footage of the A7S2, and I think it's awesome. The low light performance of that camera seems pretty crazy. Antone, what do you shoot on for your job for the low light stuff? I'm just curious. 2%er, this would be a one-time thing. Is the one-time job paying you? If you can work it into the budget and you don't have the equipment, I would definitely say rent because your profit margins will be higher. If you buy a camera for the job, it all depends on if you need to live off the money or not. You know what I mean? If you can buy the equipment with the job you're going to get and it's not going to hurt you with rent or whatever your living situation is or your living standards, then I say buy it. If you're kind of like on the cusp of wanting to make a better profit margin, then maybe it's something to look into renting. But depending on how long the shoot is and stuff like that, rental gear can get expensive. Oh, so Anton, you do have the A7S2. All right, cool.
This is still
Oh, and you have the Inspire 1 Pro. That's awesome. Gosh, that is the one thing I miss about not shooting as
there
much.
we go.
What are you lifting?
Shadows, just because it was so like.
Well, and that's kind of that kind of gets to be a problem sometimes with looks. I feel like if you like on this shot, for example, if you don't adjust evenly your levels of your clip before looks just crushes the crap
You know what?
out of it.
That's a good point. For this scene, let's mess around with that. Let's go and go shot by shot and make sure that everything's like exposed properly.
Yeah.
That's a great point. I didn't even.
Does Lumetri, does it have scopes?
I think so.
Because I use, when I was editing more, I use Color Finesse because it has the scopes in there.
Where are they? I'm almost positive it does.
Or wait a minute, is it on?
It's under. I swear it does. There's curves.
Oh, 2%er. I'm barely 18. I'm about to graduate high school. Then I'll be getting a job and definitely buy my own gear then. Oh, nice. Dude, so you're totally young. Yeah, I guess I would also say wait as long as you can because they keep coming out with more and more awesome gear that's always, either affordable or maybe try Color Finesse.
I thought this had. Look at that. So that's all.
I mean, you're the director. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But yeah,
was it Color Finesse?
Or maybe just type Finesse.
How do you spell finesse?
Fine. Oh, maybe is that not?
In Premiere.
That's what I use in After Effects. Maybe it's not. Yeah. Try. And the last one you could try is
I swear Lumetri had. Maybe not.
Anton. I'd love to take a look at that video that you shot. You can't post links in the chat, so if you want other people to see it too, send it to my Twitter, which is @PhoenixColorado, because I'm looking at that too and keeping up with the chat on that as well.
That's pretty bright. That's pretty dark. Oh, that's what I was on.
Yeah.
I should have just left that in there.
Oh wait, Lumetri scopes and that tab right next to you, next to effects controls at the top there.
Where here?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. You'd have to have it in a separate window.
Okay.
I don't even know if you're using it anymore. It doesn't matter, but.
No, let's. Okay, so there's that. Okay. Like I said, not professional color corrector. So what do you use as a?
So okay, so.
Like, where do we want it at?
So a good rule of thumb, I feel like, for using looks is kind of expanding the shelf of it. So up at 100 is your broadcast safe, and under 0 is crushing it below broadcast safe. So right now Ryan's at about 10% black levels, which is totally fine. So what you could do is slowly move up the midtones and see if that gamut expands a little bit. Because right now we have no highlights technically. And I would just go off of, or maybe move that tab to another, next to the Lumetri color or something.
Whoops, what I just...
And maybe just try expanding that out to kind of raise it up. Yep.
And you want it around about 100?
Or like 90, that's fine. And it might look weird.
Until we add the looks.
That's kind of a... And that...
Well, let's try a...
And according to the scopes, that's not overexposed. It looks bright, but I don't think it's actually that bad.
Yeah, it's still a little bright even.
Still
So that's
bright,
looks. Yeah, but that's... This is seems like a great... you know what? Let me put this at...
And I don't know. I don't know if you want any of my looks
there
that I played with.
That's a lot better. I had the exposure boosted on that too, so...
Yeah, that doesn't look that bad.
That looks great, yeah.
And like I said, I don't know if you liked any of my looks that I played with in After Effects, but we could save them and bring them into this project file if you wanted to play with them. But again, it's whatever look. And if you take this and you play with the looks later too, that's totally fine.
So let's go back.
How does renting online work, by the way? Like, I'm going to have it shipped to my house. Wonder how long I have to ship it back. I think that's all part in what your agreement is on how many days you rent the equipment. Did you ever have to rent any cameras or anything, John? I guess not, because you guys had everything.
It's usually just like C-stands, extra lights, just kind of like grip stuff that we, don't, need more of, or, I don't think we rented...
Man, I wish Ryan was online to answer these questions, because Ryan is our cinematographer, and he's he just got done kind of going through this transitional phase of being a big DSLR shooter, and then really wanting one of the Sony cameras. And he just made the commitment going with the Ursa Mini because he got a great deal on a used one off of eBay.
Oh, that was used?
Yeah.
Nice. That might be a tiny bit hot still, but it looks good. So I think I'm just going to copy this Lumetri over to all these. Because we've got, it's all basically the same.
Yeah, this was all a little underexposed, but
Yeah, so let me just
that's fine.
Paste it.
And that's the great thing about just equalizing out this exposure and levels and stuff anyways, is because if you do change the look, at least we don't have to... It should all still sort of work out.
So I'll go through and just adjust each of these. I guess I can just go by look.
Oh, sweet. Anton, I just got your, I just got your tweet. Let me check it out.
I'm good. I don't even know what I did with my other one. Yeah, is it in the other room? Ah, thanks, man. So I'm just gonna go through, kind of even out this little sequence of shots here. Thanks, man.
We gotta keep you hydrated.
Don't want me to slow down. Just a little hot. Looks pretty good.
Oh, Anton, this is crazy. This is this video is blocked. Blocked in my country for copyright grounds is what it says. I can't even watch it.
That's Trump for you. Just kidding.
Bummer. I don't know if you have another link somewhere you want me to check out, but that's blocked for me. I can't check it out yet. So like all these shots too, if we're gonna just take out the triangles, I have them all done.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so we'll do a. I should just copy the.
well, and those are all black and white anyways.
Oh, that's true. Okay, so it's really just the shot after it that we want to mess with. So maybe I will just. Just want it to go over. Whoops. This shot basically. So let's see how this looks. I probably shouldn't be like doing all this, but like because you'll do tutorials on it. But this was just a what do we call these shots?
We just kept calling them SWAT duplication shots.
Yeah, duplication, where we'll like this is just all of us dressed up, and we only have like 3 uniforms.
Technically
So
3 uniforms, yeah.
And that was like stretching it.
Yeah.
So then you just set your camera up, you don't move it. Then all of us did this, changed formation a little bit, then came up this side of the screen, so you can kind of see.
Super easy split screen.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool effect, and we'll have to blend that a little bit better, but we'll.
I would have never even noticed. Dude.
Okay.
Even that looks great. I feel like.
Cool. We'll mess with it then. Yeah, the only thing I see is shadow right there because that looks like a natural line on the
Oh yeah.
building, but like no one, you're right,
I would have never.
no
even,
one's gonna notice.
Yeah.
So let's nope. I probably just went over a ton of crap there. So let's see, we need this one. So he also, so Jason, the actor in here, he did an awesome job, but he's never acted in anything before. But he is really good at martial arts and is a 3rd degree black belt in Taekwondo, not Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He came over and did Foley, so you know, we were just a run and gun on this. We didn't do any audio, which is like, looking back, I kind of wish we would have had just a mic on hand to get some okay audio. So it's like
there was not even any in-camera audio.
there is, but like I obviously don't want to use.
Oh, fair.
You know, so it's
fair
like, and it's just like we're not that great at like Foley and stuff, and like, you know, it's hard to direct someone like in your dining room to be like scream out in agony like you did that one time when you were putting a razor blade into your skin. Not that you actually did it, but that actually sounds okay. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on this. We've got this shot, goes to this. I'm just copying the adjustment layer from the other ones. I'll do a different one for all the outside stuff.
I got your other link. I'm checking it out right now.
That's all in the. I'm gonna do this part of the warehouse as a different adjustment layer, just so we can stay consistent. So I'm gonna go back through and do all the exposure like we did on those other shots. And this is what the other shot where he's looking at his arm in the woods will look like, his little tracking device beneath the skin. We did curves last time. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's still really hot.
So hot.
Too hot. Oh, see, I feel like I guess it didn't do it that much. That's pretty good right there. I'm just gonna copy that over to, and it's like a really fast cut because obviously no effects budget, so it's like super cheesy carousel blood. So just tried to hide the cheesiness of it in the edits here. So I'm just going to copy
I'd be curious if desaturating the reds a little bit on that would kind of make the blood look darker.
Right. And part of the reason is because, so to make good looking fake blood, you can't just throw a bunch of red food coloring into Caro syrup. You need blue. That's what gives it like kind of its darkness. And I didn't have any blue food coloring. I didn't want to spend money on going out and buying more. So yeah, we'll maybe try and mess around and get this blood to look a little, and it looks okay there. And it's on screen for just such a short amount of time that I'm not sure how much it would matter. But this will just boost everything up. Alright, that's a little too much, so I'm gonna let's just copy it here.
Sorry, need some more room. My crowd needs
some more
more
real estate. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring that down a tiny bit. Looks pretty good.
This stuff looks great, man.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Wasn't, since I haven't used Magic Bolt in a while, wasn't sure what to expect, but it's making it pretty easy. Let's just see. Yeah, I think his arm stuff looks a little by shot. Lower elements. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Anton, did you do any noise reduction on this footage? I'm just curious. Because this stuff at night looks really nice.
Just bring this down a little bit. Cool.
Man, those planes are cool.
Nice.
Audio Jungle.
See how that's too hot compared to the other stuff.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Anton.
yeah.
I was wondering if you did any noise correction or noise reduction on the shots at night.
Let's begin. Drag that out to this.
Nice. I love the guys riding bikes on the runway here. That's awesome.
Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, I got the big camera jib out there too. Nice. Yeah, man, that looks great. Yeah, I definitely like those new Sony cameras, those new Sony DSLRs. Yours isn't a DSLR though, right, John?
No,
you
it's
just
the
got?
full, would be like a full sensor camera.
What is it again?
It's an FS5.
What kind of mount is that? Is it like a... Can you put like Canon lenses on that? Or you have to have like...
No, I think you have to have an adapter, but it came with a...
Jeez, Louise, this one?
Yeah.
Dude,
I
that's
know.
awesome.
And I just have the kit lens that came with it. I'm sure I'll, down the line. I think that's the same. I know, right? And it's been great so far. I've actually used it on like two or three shoots, but it's been fun, and I'm still learning about the camera. So it's it's not scary taking it out into the field, but you're just not as comfortable with it because it's a new camera. But I'm learning it, and oh my god, it is going from a DSLR to that camera that just has, it's not heavy by any means, but it has so much more weight than a DSLR.
Yeah.
It makes handheld just so much easier. My handheld is footage is so much smoother because that GH4 it's so light.
That's true. Yeah.
And the handle, I don't know, whoever designed the handle on that FS5, it's like the best feeling grip that I've ever. Yeah, you can tell that a lot of like R&D went into it, and they took, they really cared about the feel of it because it feels great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it so far. Let's mess with the exposure on this. Again, this is another duplication shot we did where it's you can kind of tell because we go from like no shadows into the shadows, but there's an edit in the whip pan. So again, this is all of us, and that's us there, and you just kind of do an edit in the whip pan. But we're going from here where it's direct sunlight to shadows, so it's been a little bit weird. I feel like there's a lot more green in that first shot, so we can.
Yeah, as I say, the first one looks a little warmer to me, and this one looks cooler.
Yeah, let's try. Let's mess around. I just want to try. Yeah, that. I don't like that. Because those two shots look great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like as far as like being. You can kind of see there's a dissolve there. But it's so fast that like as soon as we get these looking the same,
yeah.
I think. I don't think you're gonna be able to tell. Let's see what. So we need to warm this one up. I don't know if maybe we putz around with like the color temperature. See, this already has a Lumetri on it from when I was messing with it, just trying to get it. Because obviously that's a huge.
Oh wow.
So I already warmed it up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it for now because I don't want to spend too much time on that.
Sure.
And then, okay, so that's got his scene 3 stuff, which is what we want. That's all this room, but we want to go through and brighten all that. You know what? That's the same shot, so I'm just going to copy the Lumetri thing I have on here. That's a different shot. We'll just throw it on all this and see how it looks. Oh, I have like the worst posture when I edit.
I eventually start sinking into like this sort of.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to do. I'll either do this or like I end up like with the double chin from leaning back sometimes. Oh, that looks awesome. Sweet. I'm pretty happy with that. And you know, not surprising since we did it on, you know, that's the same shot as this, so. Since we got that figured out.
Yeah, I like
yeah,
how,
just
I like how
that looks amazing.
That is,
yeah. Cool. Let me try just see it. You know, this is a different part of the warehouse from this and all the footage you're about to see. So I don't know if it was lit the same. I don't think it had like exactly the same lighting and stuff. I think this was all.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good though.
And I think Mark is still working on
the HUD. Yeah, this is just a temp graphic. You know, a lot of this stuff probably won't be exactly what you see in the final movie. Let's boost this to. Because this is like when I think we wanted a tiny bit darker though. You know, when we shot in this warehouse, it was, you know, we had all the lights on just because we want good exposure. You don't want it too grainy, but I think we want to probably make it look a little bit dimmer and dingier than it actually is. And you'll kind of see later on, we'll have to darken everything from the 1 point on once all the lights go out. So let's just see how this looks over all this. I'm kind of liking it. That looks great. I'll let you. Did you already do this one? Remember where we were like messing around? I just might not have gotten it, but you can see the shadow line pretty bad on there.
Yeah, I thought I did, but
again, just
or maybe I might have just actually
duplication shot.
feathered it in Premiere.
Oh, okay. We'll mess with it. Oh, so I'm gonna have to apply this to both of these. That's pretty bright still. I don't even know if we need it on that one. That shot looks pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of like the darker, sort of like
Yeah.
matrixy green look. I don't know if that's something to...
I do too. My only concern is that I don't want to make this section of the movie too dark, because what happens later on is he throws like an EMP grenade and knocks out all their electronics, and including the lights and everything. So we'll color correct that a lot darker. So we don't want to make this too dark because we have to step it down from this. But the look is like, that looks awesome. It's like turned out great. Let's just paste that Lumetri with the higher exposure and we can mess around with it. Yeah, See, I think that still looks great, but it's a little bit brighter.
Sure.
God, that looks great. Good job, Decessory. Okay. Let's do that. That one, there's just so much black in all the uniforms that we don't want to lose too much detail. Oh yeah, that looks great.
What's up? How's it going? Okay.
I just have to keep extending this because it keeps on looking good.
Cool. Well, we were here.
That looks good.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's bring this up.
Bye-bye. Richard just got done with the movie. She said it was really good.
Yeah, it got like good reviews. Is it a Pixar movie?
That I don't know.
Audio Jungle.
Oh, that's funny. You can totally see.
Oh, yeah.
There's someone walking in the background on there?
Yeah, but I think it's edited, so like you only noticed it because I. Oh wait, where were they? Oh, right there. That's the other problem when you are, you know, on a budget. You might just have to deal with randos in the background walking by.
Randos.
But you obviously it's edited so fast that like, yeah, let's find him again. So he's right there. But when you're watching this, you know, no one's gonna watch this video once. I mean, hopefully, but like on a first viewing, you'll never notice it.
I love that shot.
Yeah. Man, this looks like all this looks really good. I didn't even do anything to it. I just drug the adjustment layer over it, and it looks.
Man, John, I hate to say it, but now that I see how like high-con this is, it makes me kind of want the other stuff high-con now too, like outside and stuff. I mean, we can think about that.
Well,
later,
it's all the same filter though.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
we've been using the same one on all of them and just adjusting what we need to. But God, I think this looks best out of all of it. So yeah,
It
we'll probably
really
want to go
does.
back to the.
You got a little bit of like blues and blacks.
Yeah, it's just like the first scene is so warm that I wanted something.
That's true.
So I don't think any of this really needs to be brightened up. That almost I think could be a tiny bit darker. So let's. Just a little bit. Maybe this one just a touch.
Is this the stock music? I really like it.
Yeah, this is the Audio Jungle.
Cool.
Yeah. And it was just like some generic like action trailer or
I
something,
like
but it
it.
works great for this stuff, yeah. Alright, I don't know what I'm talking about. That looked good before.
Love that.
Yeah,
I haven't
this
heard
is
that
a-
either.
Oh yeah, and the music just had a great natural. You can listen to the.
Well done, man.
I mean, the music
Oh,
literally has a
there's
crunch in it. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Like listen to that. But
Yeah, that
obviously we
bass
have
hit's
our
awesome.
we have our own stuff in there too.
Love it, dude.
Yeah, that's a little dark. I need to do Foley still on this scene. I need to like the backpack rustling and stuff.
Sure.
That was just something we didn't think about when we were doing it. And that's a little dark, so I'm just gonna brighten that. God, this is easy. All this stuff in this warehouse is.
It's kind of grading itself at this rate.
Yeah, it's yeah, but like every 1 out of every 4 shots, I'll have to do something. Oh, no,
Man, it's
extend
crazy
it.
seeing the raw versus that grade that you have on there.
jeez.
See that the little bit of greens and the blues and the,
I
and the
like it.
blacks. I really like that.
I do too.
It's
Perfect for a
all-
warehouse setting.
Totally. It's all coming together.
Audio jungle. That shot's a bit dark. I don't know if we need to even lighten it up, but obviously all the SWAT guys are just dressed head to toe in black, so there's not a, when you put this on here, there's not a lot of detail.
Sure. What if in the curves adjustment? What if you did just the last handle on the left there and did just the blacks up a little bit?
What, the blues?
No. So grab just the handle on the.
Oh,
left.
that?
No, that. Do the other one.
Oh,
and
on the
just
left.
Lift that
right,
up straight up. Yeah, I'm just curious.
Left.
If you do just blacks, what it looks like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of detail back there.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it just gives enough detail on the black. That
Yeah,
you
gosh,
can't.
I don't even know if we need to go that much.
I don't know. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
No,
I was just curious.
I love it. I almost think I overdid it there, because like just a little push, just a little nudge there, really brought some detail back to the black. I don't even know. I don't want to do it to this shot because it's perfect.
Love that.
Okay,
It's almost like we need a little dust.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just add another effect shot to the list.
Brutal.
So I don't, since we've been using the same one, I don't know if it matters, but here's like, oh, that's all gonna be black and white anyways. Here, that's a little dark.
Oh gosh, I forgot about all these visual effect shots. I think Mark still work on those. I don't know. I really should get with Mark this week.
That might be a little dark just because I want. And we were talking about trimming this shot anyway to where, because we were worried about being able to track on the spin of the bottle here.
Yeah.
So I think we talked, which is totally, like, that'll be a piece of cake to just start it with maybe his first swipe. So funny, you can see where these are baby bottles, right? Yeah, and then we just found a red button. I think it looks fine. I mean, for this movie, it was like, and that's gonna be like you can switch between modes on the like grenade. So that's gonna be him switching it to like EMP mode.
Yeah, I should.
I'm gonna throw this on here, just bring that table.
What do you think of that look so far? Does it look cheeseball?
I like it, but I think if we made this just like lowered the opacity on it a tiny bit,
Sure.
it just looks so solid.
Yeah.
I think it would be great. Like I like that ring is like totally what I was like thinking
Okay.
about. Like I think it's. I would even maybe have the.
The only thing I was thinking of adding is it needs like maybe some, and I didn't know if we should do it in Premiere if I should do it. I feel like it needs like a little bit of camera hit and the light sort of flutter.
Ooh yeah. Well, and in that we'll do. So it hits, and then our lights go out. So we'll do something like this. Oh, how did I do that last time? Actually, the way I did it was because it bled into both of these. So I'm gonna go backwards. Something like this. So then, just for, we'll do it a little more properly, but like, okay, I'll show you what I have now. Let me just.
And it's nice. It's nice seeing everything with the widescreen bars on too.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think I'm just gonna do messy things. Yeah, and that's the other thing. We shot in 16:9. We're gonna do the bars, and that was nice because we were able to adjust our shots up and down and gave us some room to play with and kind of like figure out our framing in post a little bit too. So just as an example, this is kind of how I thought we could maybe kill the lights. Oh, way too dark. But more, I think.
Love that, dude.
Yeah, that works out pretty good. Obviously, way too dark here. Let's just go like... Because again, we need to be able to see, and once we throw... Oh, really? Do we have anything else on it? Oh, we have looks on it, or yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's... Gosh, because I don't... The thing is, once we pick whatever exposure this is, that's kind of what the rest of the warehouse stuff is.
I know, seeing that. That's what I was wondering if maybe...
Because this is pretty bright.
Maybe it's on. Maybe it actually is a new look, but it's more towards blue, like
right.
Not necessarily day for night, but something sort of like that. Maybe.
Dude, that's a great idea. So that's where it needs to go dark. So let's just let's do a new look.
Because maybe if the exposure stays the same, but it gives more of a blue cast, we could get away with it.
Yeah, where it's just kind of making you think that you're... I'll just do a new... So let's do a new adjustment layer.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't know.
I think it will, yeah. I mean, we can even take the same look and just push it into the blue.
Sure, yeah.
So let's go... Oh, we still don't know if it changes. I'll just grab a whole new. We're using this. Do you go in or out with it?
I don't know. Maybe you could just shift that mid-tone one at the top and through a color corrector mode.
Oh yeah. Let's just do that for now and see how much we can push it.
Sure. Actually, wow, maybe, yeah.
I think that works. I think we want to darken it a little bit.
Sure.
But I think that works great.
Maybe a couple more flickers might be cool.
Okay.
But I think that's cool, John.
Yeah, I think that'll especially since the
like maybe it flickers when we see that shot. Just one more flicker of it going to that blue from the one you just had.
okay. So we'll just move this.
Brage, Vasen. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry I slaughtered that. Vasenjen, hey guys, checking in for the first time on your live stream. What's the biggest project you guys have worked on? Like, do you mean just commercially? I can't say we've ever done really any short films commercially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Brage, is your question commercially or just like scope of a project? Because John, one of his first short films that he directed, directed, and
Co-wrote.
Co-wrote. Did you edit it too?
Stevenson and I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Their short film Stiffs was, the scope of that thing was huge for a short film, in my opinion. Like, I mean, shutting down public streets.
It was insane. We spent long story short, it was an awesome experience. It was so much fun. We learned so much. The movie turned out great. We were really happy with it. But right out of film school, we're like, hey, let's spend $25,000 of money that we didn't have and make a short. And that was spending that much money was a big mistake. Where like, I feel like we're going the reverse order that we should have. Where now we're making fun shorts like this for like under $1,000, which is what we should have been doing right out of film school. But like, God, you just have all that ambition right out of film school. You got to do something with it.
And then as you get older, your will to live, goes away. And
It's all downhill like after college. Yeah.
Commercially though, John's worked on projects that were in the Super Bowl last year. We've worked on projects that will be actually in the Super Bowl this year. Because you worked on a bunch of Aero stuff, right, John?
Like one or two. I don't know if any ones I worked on will.
Oh, really? Out of all the Lego machines? Or am I
I only
be
did
talking about it? Am I allowed to talk about it?
I don't know.
No one knows what I'm talking about anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've definitely got stuff televised.
So that's light.
I personally have done motion graphics for like network style stuff. NBC Sports, DIY. John's done stuff for DIY. And what other networks?
Oh, there was and it was Versus that became NBC Sports. You're talking about Orion?
No, just in general.
Oh.
Just stuff like History Channel, I think was the one.
DIY.
So we've definitely done a bunch of random network stuff, and no major motion pictures though, unfortunately.
Someday maybe.
Yeah. Well, I know I haven't worked on any major movies. Who knows? John could, and we'd never know.
Oh, Stevenson?
No, you.
Oh.
Well, both of you guys. The other guy who's helping us with the visual effects, he's worked on short films. Robot Jocks.
Feature films.
Feature films, yes, feature films.
Okay. So that's pretty cool. And I want to darken. What I think we could do is if we just darken these first two shots a little bit and then bring it up to this level so that it kind of like gives the illusion like, oh, it's dark, but then like there's a gradual build up to where you can see a little bit better.
Actually, you know what? I think that's a great idea because I think that's a good idea because I think creating the illusion that it went dark and like, let's say it's emergency lights, quote unquote, but
right.
The reason we can get away with that is we don't have to darken every single shot from here on out.
Yeah. So I'll just do like this,
and maybe that starts.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so these will be the same, and then I'll boost it a little bit. So here's how it looks. Yeah.
I love that, dude.
Yeah, and then. Because we still want this to be a little bit.
Which projects pay well enough for you to do it for a living, and which are the ones you enjoy doing the most?
The boring ones usually pay the best. Anything you really want to do, usually it's like a passion project. I mean, this is like very generally speaking, but it seems like it's like training videos. Corporate stuff.
Because John's coming from more of a director editing standpoint, and I do all motion design, so motion graphics, very limited visual effects. My visual effects work mainly comprises of a lot of screen replacements, crew removal, set removal, green screen stuff like that. But what affords us to do it. In my opinion, being in Colorado, what affords us to be able to make a living doing this is working with a variety of companies, a lot of corporate projects, internal training videos, explainer videos, stuff like that. There are a lot of times where projects that pay the bills are the most fun, but all the projects present a unique challenge, and it's a good time. My favorite projects personally are stuff that I get to try new techniques on. I love Octane render. I love sports motion graphics. Big, ridiculous 3D stuff. But I also love what we're doing here. This is all stuff for the YouTube channel. We're gonna do some tutorials and the training. And I'm not I wouldn't say I'm like a great teacher. I just try to show people things that help me, and hopefully that helps someone else. But I also like the teaching aspect of the YouTube channel and doing stuff like this. And I love, meeting new people like you and hanging out and talking shop. And collaborating in the field. Like it's like I haven't done any of the editing on this project. John's done all the editing and color grading, as you see, and it's fun to collaborate and see the other side of things and work with your friends. And wait, can I call you that, friend?
I mean, it's been like 8 years. I guess we can call each other friends.
We were in each other's weddings. Wait a minute. But yeah, it's tough. Are you trying to go freelance or trying to figure out how to make that work? Really, it's just, I think ultimately, for me, what makes projects more fun or what can make and break a project for me is the people that you work with. And luckily I work with a lot of cool people and I love my clients, they're great. And so it makes the work, fun, and it makes it fun. If they're a cool client and they're fun to collaborate with and work well with, then yeah, you definitely want to help them out and make sure that you do good work for your clients that take care of you. That was kind of a long-winded answer. But
I liked it though.
Did we get there eventually? I think we might have gotten there eventually.
I think so. Music keeps cutting out.
But yeah, Rage, where are you tuning in from? Where do you live?
Sorry,
and what are
music
you
keeps
wearing?
cutting
Just joking. I love finding out where everyone tunes in from. Last week we were having a lot of conversations with a really cool guy from Rwanda, so that was a blast. You're just interested in the subject, current, doing a master's degree in mechanical engineering. Woo! I want to learn the basics of both color correction and motion graphics for my own projects. You live in Sweden, but you're from Norway. That's awesome.
Nice.
My wife and I are trying to get out to Sweden this year, possibly. I'd love to see Sweden and Norway. Okay, actually, hold on. Brage, side question. Serious question.
This looks really good.
We have, my wife and I, we wanna travel, but this year we really want to see the Northern Lights. Okay, Aurora Borealis. We've never seen them. We've been told Norway, Iceland, and I think Finland would be our best bets for seeing the Northern Lights. Coming from Sweden, or living in Sweden, coming from Norway, what's your advice if we want to make sure we see the Northern Lights when we travel? I'm curious to know what your opinion is on that. Cool, what do you think, man? You, John
Me?
Schmidt. Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with it. I almost think there's a couple shots where I think we could boost the contrast even a tiny bit.
Do it.
Where it seems like it's like the shots like this where there's a lot of background or even like darken it. Just because I'll just go shot by shot now that I drug the adjustment layer over the whole thing. That looks good.
Here we go. So, okay. If I want to see the Northern Lights, you should go to Norway. Iceland. Okay, Iceland was kind of what we were trying to bank on. More to see in Iceland, in my opinion. Northern Norway is mainly snow, ice, and mountains. Snow, ice, and mountains. Man, we live in Colorado. We already have that. All right, Iceland it is then. I'm taking your advice, and that's where we're going. But back to your original question, mechanical engineering, but you're interested in color correction and motion graphics, then that's awesome, man. Hopefully you've come to the right place. My YouTube channel has been mainly motion graphics, and the live streams have been kind of working on the visual effects and also the graphics over the last few weeks. Today is the first time we've had a guest star appearance of John Schmidt here. Trying to figure out, working on our color grading and stuff like that. So hopefully this helps and we can pick up some tips. We've been kind of streaming every Sunday. So yeah, swing by the channel when we live stream and ask questions, and we'll all figure it out and learn together.
Come on. mask looks so cool with this color grade on it.
Love it.
Like that was like made for that.
So he's having a hard time hearing us in our desktop audio.
Oh, hearing this audio?
Yeah, the thing is...
Is it because it keeps cutting out?
No, it's because our Premiere audio is much louder than our microphone audio. The bummer is I don't have a professional mixer, so I'm not able to really...
Oh, so this is overpowering us?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll just kill the music tracks. We can just kill the music on all this. Is there like a way to mute all the tracks?
Is it like shift or control?
I think there would be a...
What if you just solo? Does that one have audio on it? That one that you're on? You can just solo
I
it.
think they all have. I don't need any of the audio though, so we can just kill all. Oh, just solo. Yeah, there. That one doesn't have any, so that's the easy way to do it. Work smart, not hard.
All right. Hopefully that helps. Sorry, man.
Especially sorry because that's like all unmixed audio, so hopefully this will be a little bit better. This looks great. I love the with the lights out, and I also love that it's lights out, but there's like clearly a light right above his head that's on.
I know. I was thinking the same thing of the sunlight coming through the door in the fight scene, like when he first starts. You can totally tell it's like daylight.
When he first starts. Oh, the skylights.
No, the very first right after you see the gun, he goes and punches him.
Oh, so this one.
No, it's after the lights
sorry.
go out.
It is
Ultimately, it doesn't matter. But so right here.
Oh. Well,
Whatever.
that's where all the lights coming from.
I see now. Work perfectly now. Awesome, cool. I'm glad it sounds better. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, Braves. I love live streaming, but I'm not like a professional live streamer, so I don't have any of the actual sound mixing equipment that would be awesome to equalize out all the audio, the microphone, the programs. So yeah, we just soloed all the music. So
I mean, I'm pretty happy with all this. It looks.
I think it's cool, dude.
Gosh, that might be a little dark enough. I mean, I could nitpick it like all day, but.
Wait, let's show everybody. This is John Schmidt getting kicked into a trash bin.
Oh yeah, that's me. And I was supposed to fall straight into it, but me being clumsy, having no athletic ability or balance or any coordination of any kind, my fat butt kind of hits the edge and spins it, and the whole thing falls over. And it actually worked out pretty well.
Awesome.
You just gotta take one for the team sometimes.
Dude, when you were doing that and we saw that you kind of moved the trash can, all of us, like, it was like a collective, like, we all just totally lost our breath.
Yeah, I did hit the back of my head a little bit on the edge because that is a mask. It's not like a helmet or anything,
Yeah.
but it's just a plastic. That's about as adventurous as I like to get. But yeah, holy crap, this shoot was so much fun. We literally thought of the idea and shot it 2 weeks later. You can probably tell because it's just
Pretty
a
much
guy
did
running
everything
around a
in a
warehouse.
day.
Yeah. There wasn't really any writing or anything. It was just, and we storyboarded out all the fight, or didn't even video storyboard. We just did it in your garage right here. And
Bray just said, looks like it was in the plan all along.
yeah, it was meant to be.
Yeah, the joke is like, just like we practiced.
Yeah, I should start saying that. I meant to do that. That's what a professional stuntman does.
You know what we could do if you want the audio back on, John?
It doesn't matter. If we're color correcting, it doesn't.
Because we could do the desktop audio down and leave our mic audio up if we want to hear it.
Yeah, we'll mess around. Maybe once we're done color correcting, we can play it through all the way. And,
Sure.
Mess around. I'm gonna darken this a little bit, and then the next shot, because that wide shot is just super bright. Oh, maybe that one doesn't even need to. So this one, and this is another one of our duplication shots. So it's just a group of 3 people
Is this?
laying down in different.
Wait, is this all in Premiere, or did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, it turned out. I think that's an actual shadow line. I don't think that's the. Yeah, cool.
Oh,
I wasn't
yeah.
sure if that was. Oh yeah, it's got someone over it, so it wouldn't be our. But that's another thing. Like when you don't have a lot of resources, just like you kind of got to figure out ways to create it. So this looks like and obviously like all the guys getting their asses kicked. It's just like all of us over and over. I think Jason brought in 2 of his friends. That was just for the last scene, so it was like.
It was
Me,
mainly
you, Kyle, and Jason was a SWAT guy at sometimes when it's not
that's right.
him actually fighting. So he's in one of the outfits. I think Decessory, when he wasn't using the camera, he was in some of it. Like the outside one where there's 4 of us. It's me. Oh no, it's me, you, Kyle, and Jason, and he.
Yeah, because Ryan was flying the drone.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so this is the shot that I wanted to darken. So I'm gonna just start with one of them, and then I'll just copy and paste it onto the rest.
Sure. I didn't know too. Another thing that we could add right in Premiere is handheld shape to this. If you, if you didn't want it to look so static.
You know what? I should have done something else first.
How long have you been working with video effects and motion graphics? Oh gosh. I guess since college, really. I mean, before I went to college specifically for film production, I definitely did it as a hobby and played with my own little cheese ball editing visual effects stuff. But let's see. So I was in college 2001. So maybe since 2003 or 4, I guess technically. Graduated college in 2006 and just kind of got a job pretty much right after college, and been doing that ever since. And I went freelance. I went full-time freelance. I think. Well, it was 10 days before I got married, so it was 2012. But yeah, I've been freelance ever since.
That's so funny because I went freelance. I went freelance right before I got married.
I know, we talked about that.
That's so great.
Hi, Pixel. Pixel, you want to be on camera? Come here.
Yeah, she does.
Come here. And this is our mascot. This is my dog, Pixel.
Oh, are we being boring? Sorry.
I know, she says it's time to play.
Cool.
This is looking good.
Yeah, let's I'm just gonna copy what we did on the outside scenes here over to the end stuff. Let's do
Want down?
this.
You want to go down? You want John Schmidt to pay attention to you?
Hi. I see you.
Oh, Pixel's like the mascot of the channel. If you see any pictures on the YouTube channel, that's this dog.
And she's famous. Right
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, and she's in the short film. She's a vicious attack dog.
Yeah. Come on. Where is she? I just saw it. Oh, there she is.
Exactly. Who doesn't love dogs? I don't know if I could trust someone who didn't love dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs are.
They're pretty awesome.
Yeah. Rachel was wondering if you were going to bring Patty over today, actually.
Oh, I wasn't sure if I should. I should have. But Sarah, I also, it's nice having Patty home when she worked a night shift at the hospital, so she's like sleeps during the day. So it's kind of nice to have him like. It's like, oh, at least he's being the guard dog while I'm not there,
That makes sense.
Not that he's much of a guard dog.
But.
Oh wow.
This
was the one we caught. This is from the dumpster scene. I just copied it over. So it's obviously a little hot on all these drone shots.
What do you think of this? I love that shot.
I think this shot's great. This one, there's something. It's so close, and the only thing
It
I
just
can.
doesn't look right.
So what I think it is that Jason is our center of focus. He's like in focus, and it looks like these drones that are, about like 10 to 15 feet away from him, because when you look at this angle, they're pretty far away. I think if they weren't in focus as much, do you think that would? Because you know how like you got Jason in focus and this in focus, but you can already see even this truck and definitely the stuff in the background, like the depth of field it's not super shallow, but if we, I don't know, what would you do, just add a little blur to it or something?
Yeah, let me make notes of this. Let's see, have I experienced a shift in the industry since 2000 till now? Software keeps getting better and more people are getting into it, more money in the industry and video. I honestly haven't. I honestly don't. I haven't really noticed a shift per se.
Have you seen the need for motion graphics increase as it becomes like, think about when you first got started, were there as many people in that field as there are now, or do companies have a bigger need for motion graphics? This is a shot we stole from Oblivion, just as a placeholder.
And like that shot looks weird too.
Really? I think this one looks great.
Okay. I haven't really noticed much of a shift personally.
And this will have the thing over it too, because that's satellite view.
I didn't add that. You're right. Sorry.
Well, can you just do it as like a layer, and we just throw it over any of the shots that we need,
Yeah.
Because that's like satellite view too.
I personally haven't noticed much of a shift because I try to do my best to keep up with sort of what's happening and learning constantly. So, I feel like I've made myself pretty much stay the same. I try to pick up new software as I get interested in it and learn new stuff. So I think it helps a little bit. Let me open up my notes really quick.
You know what? I forgot I told myself I wasn't going to do this. Let's just do it.
Sorry, since we're kind of getting to like my stuff, I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Is it just so low res because Premiere's at 1/8 of a resolution?
I don't
Why
know.
does it look so weird?
Do you think if we change that, it would? Oh yeah. So it's whatever your, which is funny because an 1/8 resolution on Premiere looks way better than it. Maybe the screen is just bigger, but so I'm gonna change the exposure on all these like we did those other shots. So this one actually looks really good. This one's a little hot.
What?
Did I even do anything? I'm even on the right. Oh, there. You happy with that?
Looks a little reddish to me. Unless that's what you like, I don't know.
Let's see here. Let's try.
Look at how hard we're focusing all of a sudden. So much brain power. Right? Actually, yeah, and this shot's a little bit harder too because it might be a little overexposed outside.
With all the white vans, I think.
Yeah.
It's a little...
That's a good question though, Bridge. Yeah, I guess I haven't really thought about it because I think as long as you kind of keep learning and keep going with things, and I'd almost say 99% of the battle is just being flexible and being cool to work with. You know, I think you'll get pretty far just being flexible and friendly.
Yeah, it's
Ooh, that blue is nice.
Yeah, I'll push it that way a little bit more. A friend of ours, so Stevenson, we've had this discussion before where we talk about what does it take to be just like hireable or successful or whatever, you know, however you define that, or want to have a career. And it's like, if you are just like a decent person who shows up on time and does a decent, or maybe that was probably you that we were talking about with, have we had this? No, it was probably Stevenson.
Yeah.
Where it's like, be a decent person, show up on time, and just be competent. Like, you don't even have to be amazing at like what you do, like, because sadly there aren't, you know, there are people that call themselves professionals that are late, that don't, you know, dress appropriately or do a, you know, a very good job. So like you can set yourself apart just by being reliable and easy to work with.
And I think in that same vein too, that if you do make a mistake or let's say you do miss a deadline or something happens, just own it and take responsibility and don't try to pass the buck.
This is all your fault.
Dude, that's actually true.
No. This has been so much fun to work on.
Hold on really quick. Let me see our OBS settings really quick. For some reason we lost our subscribers.
Oh, it's like the whole thing? Wow.
There we go. We got our recent subscribers back up there. Yeah, not to, well, speaking of taking responsibility, but I have when I updated OBS, I've been having a lot of stream issues. Let me get you back up. Sorry guys, stand by. Just making sure this is working for everyone. Just wanted to give credit where credit's due, that's all. There you go. Back to you. Yeah, I mean, I really think just being a normal human being, just like you said, and just being responsible.
It'll get you pretty far.
Yeah. maybe the drones on this are too crisp as well.
Yeah, and it's tough because like I think part of it is like it's not a super crisp shot because maybe it's a GoPro, you know, it's drone footage. But we could also, you know, it could be that the focal length is like closer to the camera, you know, and the ground is like out of focus, you know, which is how it kind of looks. Oh, there it goes. That was way too.
I do like that blue.
That took. Here, let's push that then, because that's the same I did with this.
How do I like working freelance, and which hours of the day do I work? Or you too. I'll be honest. I absolutely love freelance. Once you kind of get used to, you know, and I'll be honest, it's sort of like a feast or famine mentality where, you know, a lot of stuff can come in.
Oh.
Uh-oh. It's thinking really hard.
Yeah.
Or you know, not a whole lot can come in sometimes, but I think once you can kind of establish a good customer base and get some good clients that you take care of and they take care of you, freelance can be really fun because you get a variety of work, a variety of clients. You're meeting new people all the time, and you kind of can set your own schedules. What I try to do is I try to work the normal 9 to 5 and take the weekends off. Now, sometimes that doesn't always fall into the cards, and I do have to work longer hours, but are we losing
It's just lagging. It's not. It shows up over here. Or am I being...
Maybe save it and let's reopen it.
Oh, maybe that... Oh, that's because I have that. Okay.
But yeah, I try to work the normal 9 to 5 just to kind of keep a normal work schedule. But as long as you get all the work done and you hit deadlines and stuff, I mean, you can be super flexible with it. So yeah, I personally love freelance. Yeah,
Okay.
we're really hitting some lag now with this, aren't we?
Yeah. It's just too much awesomeness for the computer to handle, I think, is what it is. Okay, there we go. For some reason... At least it's...
Oh, you went back to full resolution, that's why.
Oh my god, that's...
I was going to say...
No wonder it looks so crisp.
Yeah. Like, oh, look a little too.
Jeez. So I'm going to go back to these and make these a little bit...
Jurgen! Am I saying that right, Jurgen? But welcome back, man. Glad you're back hanging out. See, that's not actually my favorite shot right now, that one.
This one,
That one looks
I love
the most
it.
realistic to me. For some reason, I hate the other ones now. Like, it
I
just
think that
looks
looks-
super cheeseball, dude. I'm not gonna lie, John. There's almost a
This
part...
This is the one that I think needs work. I feel like these are like pretty good, especially once you get the overlay, like the satellite thing.
I keep forgetting that.
I think this will totally sell. I think this is great. I just like we were saying, there's just something about this that it just needs. And I don't know if maybe
feel right.
yeah.
You know what? Do I still?
Maybe even can you blur Jason?
You know what it is? Is I still have my looks layer with the chromatic aberration and stuff still on there. So I wonder if I take that off. I think I rendered the wrong version to you. If that would help a little bit.
Okay, yeah, we can mess around with that. What do you think if you blurred? Can you? I know that means you'd probably have to roto the whole thing, but to blur Jason and have him not be the center. You know what I mean?
You
Like
could do a little bit of that, yeah.
I don't know if that.
Yeah.
Or if it would look.
I'll try it. See, that's my favorite shot.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
love that. That's gonna look great.
And those look too stacked to me for some reason. Now that I
What's
see
that?
it in context.
These.
Yeah.
You could maybe have
But
this one like just move like and face him straight on. Or
That's
something.
right. And I keep forgetting the overlay. I'll add that today.
Okay.
You'd like to go freelance? Yeah, Brage. I really recommend. You know, I will say straight out of the bat, that freelance isn't for everyone. Some people like the security of the paycheck every 2 weeks in the stringent schedule, you know, and that's totally fine. And I get that. With freelance comes the opposite sort of caveats with that, whereas you don't have, unless, again, it also depends on how you have it set with your client, but you don't always have that consistent paycheck. You don't have benefits. You don't have the 401k. You don't have vacation time and all that stuff. But the flexibility and the freedom, I feel like, sort of starts to outweigh that if you're a person that likes that. Yes, and flexible schedule is totally true. Just the other day, I got all cut up on my work, and I had stuff rendering that I knew was going to take rendering for a couple of hours. And my buddy's like, "Hey, let's go to the movies," and I regrettably saw the new Triple X movie.
Regrettably.
Did you see it?
No, but was it like good junk food movie? Not even a good junk food movie.
Maybe it's totally
It's pretty bad.
cheeseball,
That's
man.
what I saw the trailer and I was like, it looked.
And you know
fun.
me, I love.
Yeah, I love cheesy,
But it was cool to have the flexibility that I was caught up with work. I had stuff rendering, and my buddy that was in town was like, "Let's go to the movies." And I was able to just kind of get up and do that. That is nice. And I do agree with you that I personally, I work from home every day. And you know, sometimes clients will want you to work on site. I have it worked out with a lot of my clients that I'm just not able to do that because I have like my computer set up here, all my plugins, all my effects, and After Effects render farm, Cinema 4D render farm, Octane render farm, all the stuff that I use in my home base. So it's kind of not beneficial for someone for them to want me to work on site. In fact, it saves them money if I don't, because I charge strictly when I'm at the computer working, whereas if you're on site, you're paying like a whole day rate. That's just what I choose to do. But yeah, there is definitely an advantage with that.
Did that already apply? You know what? I'm not gonna make that dark. We'll mess with that once we get the relay on.
Oh yeah.
So I sped this. I did it a bunch, and I don't know if it's like there's a better way to do it editing wise, but a lot of shots I would speed up the very beginning or end where your eye really doesn't know what it's looking at just yet, where it's like I kind of wanted him to exit frame a little bit faster, so I just sped up these last few frames, but then I got to apply the same filter. And I did that in a bunch of stuff just because, you know, if it's really quick, it's kind of a just down and dirty way to, you know, make it move a little bit better. And you don't notice that, like, I mean, maybe you do, but
I like that everything shift away from an overall orange, though.
Yeah,
kind of getting
I agree.
That movie blue. Maybe even, I'd be curious, and sorry, I know you already did a bunch of that. I'd be curious to see what even, like, going towards kind of that filmic green tones, matrixy sort of. Oh, actually, it's kind of hard to do that outside, though. That's why the interior warehouse stuff works so well with the green and blue tones.
We just laid it over the whole thing, and it works well. I'm gonna lower. This is overexposed with this. It's just oh jeez. Well, then I'll mess with the highlights.
That's tough. Psychedelic. We'll get all 80s music video with it. Take on me. Take me. What? Sorry.
Dude, copyright infringement.
Oh crap.
Highlights. There we go.
I think I told you the last stream. I did tell you, but
it was like somebody else's.
One viewer wanted me to check out his demo reel, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I checked it out, and I turned off the background copyright-free music. I think if I would have left that on, it would have been fine. But his demo reel, I got copyright flagged on last week's stream.
You know, this is the same shot as this shot.
Yeah, I think my color correction, John, is what's screwing that up.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so we won't really. I'm just gonna leave this like this because you'll get me like a raw one, right? Of this, and then I'll color correct this and just apply it to that. So like
Rainmaker Video, hey man, thanks for subscribing to the channel.
This shot will obviously
appreciate
be
it.
Replaced.
Rainmaker Video is the most recent subscriber now.
Nice.
So I gotta be honest with you, John. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to track
this shot.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, we could even just leave it in as a shot. It doesn't have to have like bullets. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like if we keep cutting shots, it's gonna be pretty short.
And I think.
Or you know what? If we even swapped this shot with this, maybe it would make more sense because it's like he isn't like firing necessarily yet.
I think the drone shot that's in there too from Oblivion, we should just keep in there.
I agree, yeah. Let's also just put a bunch of shots of Tom Cruise in there. And
So how do you think they did this shot? Because if you actually watch the movie, this is like kind of a weird cutaway that it's like they had a 3D drone, right? But this almost feels like a practical drone that's just sort of sitting there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, though. For me, for some reason, I remember watching the movie, it felt kind of like out of place.
That wouldn't surprise me because there's so many shots in that movie where you see the drone practically. Like, isn't there a crashed one that he finds.
Yeah,
So there's like
yeah.
they obviously built practical models
Yeah.
for the movie, so it wouldn't.
'Cause,
I
like-
mean, that'd be so easy, and then you just add muzzle flashes, right?
Yeah, because I feel like this one looks so much more realistic. Not that the 3D ones don't look realistic, because they look great, but this one all of a sudden was like, I love the little lens flares that hit too. I never noticed that.
Yeah, that was an awesome movie. That was.
All right, question for you, John.
Huh?
Do you find it difficult to set a clear boundary between free time and work time when you work from home, or does your strict schedule help? Man, Brage, that is an excellent question. Because I feel like over the last year, Pixel, it's okay. I feel like over the last year I've really struggled, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better about it. Finding the work-life balance, because here's the deal: if I don't mind helping out clients when they need to, if it's working a little bit later and stuff. But if everyone always asked me to work the weekend like they wanted me to, I would literally work every weekend. So I think work-life balance is important, and this is why. This is the point with that is, let's say you like traveling and stuff. The thing is work and working will always be there for the rest of your life, so you don't want to miss out on life experiences, and you don't want to miss out on that time that you have. So that's why I really make an effort to, try to hang out with my wife when I can, go to the dog park. We set trips, we make plans to do it, and that's why it's really important to try and fit everything I can do in between that 9 to 5 schedule, like every other human works, and if you can get all your work done in less than that 9 to 5, then that's even better. But yeah, work-life balance is very important, and I have struggled actually with that over the last year, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better. So this is my wife Rachel, everybody.
How's it going?
Hi, good.
We're live streaming.
I figured as much.
We're talking about freelancing and
Work-life balance.
work-life balance and
Tom Cruise.
Oh, you guys are covering quite a few.
We're getting some. Actually seeing all this, John, it makes me feel like we're further ahead than I actually thought we were.
Oh yeah, we're like 85%.
This is not. Or is it just because we're like
Rachel, I'm telling you, not to be all weird, but my traps are getting huge. That's my muscle. I don't know, I'm not weird.
It's probably a tumor.
It's not a tumor. No, I like, not to get all weird and creepy, guys, but like, I started lifting again.
Oh really? Nice.
My body style is like, I unfortunately can gain muscle very fast, but you know what else I gain even faster is fat. And gaining that's more fun.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm good at that.
I'm trying to lift. I'm trying to lift specifically not to do that, but it's like I
this
don't
looks
know.
really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, John Schmidt is a master. I don't reach. That's my muscle.
I'm
I don't know what to tell you. Does it feel like a tumor?
It feels like a knot.
I promise you it's not here. Let me relax my shoulder.
I think it's that. I think it's because you had your arm up. Yeah, that feels more normal.
Gonna get all jacked and tan.
Oh, look, there's
Muscle milk.
Well, Ma, where's the protein?
Who are you talking to, by the way, about?
We're talking to we're talking to Brage. He's living in Sweden. He's originally from
cool.
Norway,
Oh, yeah, we want to go there.
and he recommended, especially for Northern Lights, that Norway or Iceland is better for the Northern Lights, and there's not a whole lot to see in Norway. It's more snow, mountains, and cold, which we already have in Colorado. So yeah, Brage says definitely go to Iceland for the Northern Lights.
Okay, that's helpful. Thank you. What about Finland?
I don't know. I should go back into the chat. I think he did mention Finland. So John Schmidt, as far as working on the short film and streaming and all that stuff, what do you feel like we should accomplish today, or did we kind of accomplish it? I feel like this.
We got a rough pass of the color correction. It was like easier. I mean, all the warehouse stuff like that flew by. And
yeah, show Rachel some of the work.
Yeah.
You should see the color grading in the warehouse, Rach. It's definitely my
Let's
favorite.
go to the. Yeah, there's some great like.
Does that have to?
Oh, cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, so it kind of has this blue for like the
Yeah.
rest of it. I also just have to point out that, come on, couple of the best falls and hits were you, because this is you hitting right there.
Yeah.
Did you set this up to fall?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite things, the little thing that falls down.
Yeah, we put that right on the side, so when I hit it with my arm, it would come down, just to look like there's some destruction.
Yeah.
Finland is the same as Norway, basically. Iceland is more exciting, I guess. Jiris and hot baths under.
Geysers.
Oh, geysers. Sorry. Geysers and hot baths under open sky.
Ooh.
Yeah, the blue lagoon looks beautiful with like natural mud,
Oh, they have like mud baths? Nice.
and it just looks magical. Have you seen Sense8, John?
No, is it any good? Is it?
Yeah,
I like it,
but
yeah.
one of the characters in it it's from Iceland.
Oh.
So,
I totally kind of wrote it off because it was the Wachowski siblings.
Yeah, there you go.
it was really good. The girl, the DJ.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
But it has a lot of like really cool world cinematography.
Nice.
Brage also says the color correction really makes your shots pop.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's the before and after of the color correction.
Yeah.
Is kind of.
It is crazy. Yeah, I like the blue.
Yeah, I do too. It's actually like kind of a better day for night sort of thing than I expected.
Yeah. It's fun to just.
Did they ever contact you to make their video?
Who?
North Metro.
No, they haven't yet. We should reach out to them when we're done with all this, John, to pay them back for letting us use the space.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Or we could just let them. What?
That's true too. Yeah, because I kind of forgot about them.
Well, they were supposed to tell us what they wanted to have
That's
filmed.
true. It kind of sounded like last time we talked to them, they were waiting for like a cool adult services event.
Right, because we had just missed their Halloween party, which is like their big one of the year,
Yeah.
I think, where
Yeah.
they go pretty all out. That was so the people that let us use the warehouse. Part of the deal was that we would do a video for them, so we've got that.
Which I'm
Sometime,
totally down
yeah,
with,
it's gonna be
Well,
good.
that'll be simple too.
Oh yeah, it'll just be
Yeah.
like a night of filming and
Yeah.
editing and stuff.
Yeah, quick. Like I know.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Come on. Cool. Do you? I mean, if we got a rough color correction pass done, do you want to? What do you want to work on next? Do you want to export the satellite overlay and we can put that on it? Because there's like 3 or 4 shots we could put that on. That'd be kind of a cool
Yeah, we did
thing that would show a lot of like progress. You know, it'd be cool to see the
That's
before and
totally fine.
afters.
Yeah,
Cool. You want to drive?
sure.
Since I have no idea what I'm doing with those kind of things.
All right. So I'm just gonna save this and quit it for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. Do. Short film. All right, switching to more motion graphic side of things. And then anytime you want to get lunch or anything too, we can.
Yeah.
I didn't know what your schedule was. Did you want to get lunch and then are you heading back or?
I just have to head back by like 4:30.
Okay, or do you want to? I'm just wondering. Should we?
Do you want me to run out and go get it, or do you want to order something?
Oh,
So we don't have to quit this? Or is it okay just pausing it and coming back later? I'm new to the streaming world.
Oh, I mean, we can do whatever we kind of want to do, or I didn't know how far you wanted to take it, and we could do lunch and then. It's really up to you.
Yeah, I'm down with whatever. I mean, if you got the time, what time is it? I can't see the.
2:09.
Oh, there it is. Oh, jeez, it's later than I thought.
Because another thing too, I mean, because we could set some of this stuff up to render and then go to lunch.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Windows reporting a problem.
Well, there was some idiot using it that it's not used to, so.
No, it's like, it'd almost be awesome if I had like, again, I'm not a professional streamer, but like a separate computer for streaming, because it kind of starts to take up. Because After Effects, what was happening last time was I was like rendering stuff out of After Effects, and it was using like a lot of CPU power, and then it was making the stream stutter. It like couldn't handle both.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Man, I don't know why I'm getting these script errors. I'm telling you, dude, After Effects 2017 is buggy.
Really?
Yeah, and I've noticed that when it doesn't use as much CPU power as like 2014.
Really?
So
what
it's
did they
slower.
change?
Well, they got rid of multi-threaded processing, like the option inside of After Effects. So I think that kind of reduced like how much power we use from the CPU. So I don't know why they did that. Stop changing that stuff, Adobe. Jeez Louise. So sorry. I hope I don't keep getting these errors.
Have you done any 360 video stuff yet?
No, I talked to Stevenson at one point in time of possibly doing the video, but it never happened. I have looked at some of the like VR plugins and stuff for After Effects to work in and stuff, but I haven't personally done any 3D or 360 video stuff yet.
I just started the Cable Center. We did a 360 video for them a while ago, and they wanted titles on it, so they got metal.
That's exactly what I've looked at. Yep.
Yeah, it was like super easy. I mean, just like I just did like basic like kind of lower thirds, but it's like really fun to kind of mess around with doing titles and like image, like graphics in a 360 video.
Yeah. So let me see. These might be the only ones. Sir, I'm actually streaming on Twitch right at this moment as well. Yeah, I'm streaming in the creative section as well. I have gotten a couple people from Twitch, so yeah, I don't know. At least we should be in the creative section right now of Twitch. Let's check really quick. Stand by. For all I know, the stream crashed and it's not over there anymore. Yeah, we're creative. We're streaming creative in Twitch right now. Got a couple of channels going. Alright, so let me get all this stuff. This should be all that I need. So if we ditch the triangles, let's see here. Just so I can bring all the same layers in. Let's take a look at that. So there's that one. That's what it looks like.
Oh man, that looks awesome.
And there's with the letterbox.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
And that's a duplication shot we did with a drone, too. So, and what did you do? You'll probably do a tutorial.
Yeah, I'll break that one down.
Sorry, I'm curious.
Break it down.
Break it down.
It's actually not perfect, to be honest with you, but with the effects on it, you can't even tell.
Here, let me see it real quick.
And I'll export this whole thing, but I think actually some of the guards don't pop on until the beginning here, so you might have to match that.
Oh, and just use the back end of that.
Yeah. Greg, I got your follow on Twitch, man. Did it not pop up on the stream? It should have popped up on the stream. All right, just in case it didn't come on the stream. There it is now. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. All right, so did you want me to export this one?
Sure.
Now, do you want me to? Should I do these right to your drive?
Sure.
I guess that makes no sense. And also, if you have all this stuff backed up on your drive, you can start deleting it out of Dropbox if you want.
Okay. Do you want to just throw it on Dropbox just so it's
I can.
up? Just
I'll do anything you
in
want.
case I'm.
It's your day.
I don't know. Just throw it on the drive and later on maybe just throw it on Dropbox.
Okay.
I just like having backups and
Sure.
stuff, but if you have it on this computer, it's not a big deal. And graphics right there, same. You just throw it in there. Or do you want to maybe do a new folder with today's date or something? Just
Okay.
So it,
What's
30th.
today? Today's the 30th?
yeah.
Jeez
the
Louise,
30th.
dude. Doing it. Close enough.
I told you, it's the 29th.
Oh, Girl Scout Cookie Day!
What? I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get some Girl Scout cookies.
Alright, so there's that one. Let's just go in order here. I'll be honest, dude. I gotta organize these. I do not have these shots labeled very well. It's pretty bad, actually. Okay, so don't look at that one. I'm just gonna delete that one. That's not actually one that moves. So here's this shot. So yeah. Wait, what? So okay, yeah, I do have my own stupid effects still on there, so I need to turn those off. Well, I guess we'll export that one later, though, right?
Sure.
Prefer the Twitch layout? Yeah. A lot of people actually say that the Twitch stream looks better than YouTube streaming, surprisingly. I don't know why. I'm streaming from the same source. Sorry, dude. I do not have these organized well. And actually, these...
Nice.
I don't even have those rendered out all the way yet.
Yeah.
Because I was telling you I was having issues with my Octane render farm, so... Alright, so here's this guy. What's this adjustment layer? Oh, just noise. So let me go ahead and add all these on top, see what it looks like. And it probably helped if I turned them on.
Cool.
Yeah, that actually looks really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they're too dark now. Try to lighten them up a little bit.
The drones?
Yeah.
I think it looks pretty good.
And we do have the one shot of the red triangle on Jason. I could add it real quick. When he's running in, he has the red triangle on him.
Right.
Do you want that on there?
You know what?
Because that's like too.
Right, because he's not moving in this.
I don't have the motion tracker or anything.
Do you know in the edit, do we go back to him, an overhead of him running?
Towards him?
Yeah, towards the drones.
Yeah.
We do? Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, if we do the red triangle in this shot where he's just standing there, we should probably do it where it's following him in the other one. So it's like if we want to save some work and not do the triangle in this so that you don't have to track it onto him in the other one. Because weren't you saying that was kind of a...
Well, the only triangle that was going to be a big pain in the butt is that we're not doing now is if we added all the blue ones like we talked about with the soldiers.
Okay. Yeah, if it's easy, then just, do it to Jason.
Okay, let me just add it real quick. I mean, I can do it while we're right here. Let me find which one that is. This guy. I mean, this shot is so short, it's not even a big
Right.
deal. Stand by. So even just those two keyframes, it probably stays on. I'll just adjust it. Cool, Bragg. Well, have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a little bit, man. Yeah, we'll probably, I don't know if John wants to, but I'll probably stream again and keep working on stuff next Sunday around 11 Mountain Time. But yeah, see you then. Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a great one. All right, so this one's good then, right?
Yeah, that looks great.
All right, we'll set that to render. I know, and these are so bad. I need to organize this. So I do have this set up in Cinema that I think it did actually, the track did work. So
yeah.
I just haven't rendered it from Cinema yet. Yeah, I need to organize. So bad. So wait, is that everything right now? Or am I forgetting one? Was it only those two?
No, there's more. So we had the establishing shot. Remember where it's kind of looking over the neighborhood? When we first go to that area. And then there's one, I think, looking down at him as he's running along the fence to behind the dumpster.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think there's...
I don't even have those in here. We could just put them in real quick and see.
Sure. And then there's one like when it transitions from the first fight to the EMP setup. There's just an overhead of the building.
That's
because
right.
we were gonna add audio of like Team 1 come in or something. Like that's another thing I have to do audio wise is we wanted to have like weren't we gonna have the drones have like a voice of God kind of thing like a Ed 209 like shouting commands.
I love that idea. Yeah.
So I'll mess around with that and I can just do it myself and figure out the like a good voice modulation, like what like setting, like how to I can dial that in. We can, if mine works, we can do it, or we can have someone that's a little bit better at that voice stuff do it.
I love that idea. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, well, I mean, while we're here, I can just bring those shots in since we're just doing the HUD overlay.
Yeah.
The only thing we talked about, and I'm curious where Mark's at, is he was thinking of removing all the neighborhood backgrounds on those shots. That's the only thing.
And I don't even think that's necessary. But
Okay. Then let's just add the HUD
It's up to
overlay,
you
and
guys.
it'll just be 2 more renders that we knock out real fast.
cool. And I mean, if he wants to do it, that's fine. But it's definitely not something that we
Sure.
have to do. There's other shots that are definitely priority over that.
Yeah, since we're here, I'll just grab these right out of Premiere. It's all coming together.
Yep.
All right. See, and the weird thing is like I couldn't transfer that footage to my computer, but it's reading off of your hard drive just fine.
Oh, right. Those beginning. It's all this exterior stuff from Lions, right? That you were having trouble viewing.
But everyone else seemed to be able to didn't have like any permissions issues,
So
which I don't
weird.
understand. Okay, so let's see.
So first one is right there next to to the left of it.
That's right.
So there's that.
All right, so
Which that doesn't have to be one, but I kind of like establishing that like motif kind of
Yeah.
like
No,
right off the bat.
I'm totally cool with it, dude.
Cool.
So let's just let's see. Let's just do this. I'll just copy and paste this, and that's like I think it's like 37 seconds in. I don't need to do that. Let's do sorry, we'll do this. How's that sound? And then I don't think these have any effects on them. This is what I like about Premiere. If I can just copy this, go into After Effects and just paste it underneath. And then if this HUD stuff looks too repetitive, we can come back and just quickly make adjustments, but you might not even ever notice it.
I doubt it.
So how's that look?
That's great. It just needs the interlace layer.
Oh crap, sorry, yeah, this I still have these turned off for some reason.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, there you go.
Someone just like delete this flare. You don't need the tracking triangle. All right, so that's pretty
That
easy,
looks
right?
great. Yeah, I love it.
And that's third res too, so. All right, let's just duplicate this bad boy. And this is what, like 48 seconds? All right, so just copy that. Man, it's going really slow, huh?
Yeah, it seemed like it. Nice.
Cool. And so what this is right here, you'll just have to adjust it again. Unless you want me to just leave it like that. The reason you got this cut off here is because you just
The
adjusted
frame
it a little
was-
bit.
Yeah, that's fine because the bars are going to cover that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't-
Okay, then I'll just render it out as is.
yeah, that's fine.
Maybe, let me, if I shift this HUD over, do we get different numbers and stuff? We should, I can't remember how I set it up. Yeah, I'll just shift that over a little bit. Alright, we'll add that one. So hey, that's 4 visual effects shots right there.
Nice. This stuff's so easy.
Yeah, it practically renders itself. Alright, and then let's see, so we have the in-between warehouse ones, right?
Yeah, which would be yeah. Keep scrolling because there may be one.
Yikes, dude.
Yeah, I think I want to go back to that scene and so we got that. I make it more blue, just
Sure.
like not like the day for night blue, like once the lights go out, but a little bit closer to maybe the rest of the warehouse. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Well, dude, and if you give me the look stuff, I can just keep.
Oh
messing
yeah,
with
yeah.
it.
What?
I
What?
mean, I will legally.
Yeah,
buy-
I'll give you a preset. Let's see here. It's right after he hits him, right?
I think
or-
so. It's the shot right before the he's right there.
Okay, cool. Let's see. This is so 222. I mean, I planned on putting a lot more time in all these, but
This is all I ever thought it would. Like with the tracking markers and stuff. That's like way more than
yeah,
I had
you're
ever
right.
thought. So it's cool, but yeah, this is like
We'll just get it. I mean, like I keep saying, it's like just gotta get it done.
yep.
Cool. All right. Is that? No, there's the... Or no, we got the overhead one, right?
From the very end.
Yeah.
I don't think we go back outside until Jason goes outside.
Okay.
I don't think.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Rach, did you do lunch today? Oh, nice. Did you want to do lunch?
Nice.
So we got that one in there.
Just the one of him running, right? Oh no, maybe there isn't one.
Well, there's... Or did we take it out? No, there's
Okay.
this one, but I haven't even worked on that one yet.
Oh, because that needs the drones in it too. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just do those for now.
Okay.
Sweet. Oh, that one should probably have. Or you already did that, didn't you?
No,
Yeah,
I didn't
plug it
know
in.
if this had its own look or not.
Right.
Because this is the only POV one because we switched out this
Yeah, well-
over the shoulder.
Right.
So we actually
I
haven't
say
technically...
do it on that too. But here's what I'm wondering: is do you want to do? Here we go, making stuff more complicated. Like guns coming in from the side. You know how it has like the side guns.
I know we
So
talked
they're, like,
about that.
But yeah.
Because
I mean, would you want to do like bullet hits on the ground in that shot?
bullet hits on the ground would probably be easier in this shot than these
in
other
that
shots.
one. Then yeah, then do it. Then let's do it like that. Yeah, so it doesn't start firing until the Oblivion shot, and then you see.
Oh, not right here? Because I had it, as of right now, I have these
Oh right.
winding up on this shot.
Do you have that shot done?
I have it
But
tracked. I
okay.
have it tracked, and I just need to render it from cinema to see if it works.
Right.
Because it's so shaky with so much motion blur that I'm having
Yeah.
issues tracking it and stuff. But maybe I should just set that to render without my farm working. So if we do go to lunch, it could be ready by the time we get back, so we can at least look at it inside of After
Sure.
Effects. Because it's only a couple of frames, I think it would be done by the time we got back.
Yeah, and if we need to like shorten these clips or anything,
And that's the other thing I'm wondering is like
we can ditch that the foot running shot too.
that's what I'm wondering if it takes away
So have
anything.
them wind up and maybe start shooting so that like 2 or 3 frames before that shot cuts, have them start shooting so that we don't need to show like ground bullet hits or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then we'll ditch the shot of that since that's really hard to track. And then we'll just go to the close up of it firing, then the overhead, and then Jason running at it. Boom, done. Do you think that would work?
Yeah, we can try it. Because again, I don't want to kill anyone's vision, but it's also a matter of like,
I know.
should we just take out all of this?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how we would. Do you think it's gonna be hard to have a shot of the drones actually firing?
Like this close-up shot?
Yeah,
I
because it's just like a.
don't, but it's just like another shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing is, it's
What other shots? So really, it's just these like end drone shots that are left, right?
that, and then I need to composite the title credits, which is another big
Oh yeah.
part of it.
I say work on these and then leave the title credits for the end. And if we need to make them simpler or something, I mean, but you already did it, right? You just
Yeah.
need to render it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's think about it.
Now you're saying that shot's hard to track too, where it's Jason running.
Yeah,
Or the one before it.
I
that
don't
one.
know what this one looks like yet. We could render that out
Okay.
during lunch.
We could ditch that one too if we have to.
Which one? Both of these?
Yeah. But let's render it out and see how it looks.
Yeah.
Because if we're close, we might as well push through and.
This one I would pretty much say is going to be impossible to
Okay.
track.
Then let's just ditch it. Let's.
So this one would technically need the drones
In it, firing.
and my only concern is
And you can just have one drone firing.
let's see. So he actually only gets to
Oh,
here.
because of where. Well, then we can use a different part of that clip too. Like we can push it to where he's like, you know how he exits frame in the close up. He like
Yeah.
starts running. We could have it to where he's a little further back in that drone shot and have him. Because I know what you mean. Because the way the placement of the drones in the other shot, he would be like underneath them. At that
yeah,
point.
exactly.
So you can even do it right now. You can just drag that clip out. Oh yeah, like right there. It'd be like, yeah, just right after he starts running. And we can shorten it if we need to. Or... Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so fast because that's like, 14 frames. So, okay, yeah. And while we're here, let me just drop this clip in. Do, 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 do. I'm so sorry for how I've named these, dude. This has been the most unorganized I've ever been.
I mean, I can look at the shot and know what it is, so I haven't had any problems
Okay, cool.
so far. Yeah. None at all.
I might have to reconnect these once you take your drive back,
Oh.
which doesn't matter. But just so I have it in here set up ready to work on, I can just pop it in here. Heck, I wonder if I can just use the drones that are already in there for the firing. Because with the guns firing, is it still the overhead drone look?
Yeah. I mean, and just little muzzle flares, right?
Yeah, which could be cool if they're not all completely desaturated.
Right.
Okay, I think that's actually kind of cool. I like that. All right. So with that in mind, what's the plan? Are we done for now?
Let's render and get some food.
All right. Cool. So let me go to full screen here, John. If you want to say any final word?
It's been a lot of fun, and it's my first streaming experience, so this is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, well, thanks guys for tuning in. We'll probably render this out, and that will kind of end the stream here and be done for the rest of the day. But thanks everyone that tuned in, all the people on Twitter and the new people that subscribed. Thanks for hanging out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys for the next tutorial on Friday, and of course, we'll probably stream again on Sunday. And if you're not doing anything, if you want to come over,
yeah, I don't have anything going on.
Mr. Director John Schmidt, cracking the whip, making sure I get stuff done, which is what I need.
I'm freelance, so I don't have anything going on. So
I mean, there's definitely that. So, well, cool. Thanks again, guys, and we will see you guys next time. Bye bye.